Welcome to English 9, Weeks 4 and 5 lecture video, using conditionals and expressing arguments. I am Mr. Nel Prinsambalod and I am your teacher for this subject. The week's lesson focuses on forms and uses of conditionals. As grammatical features, conditionals is used in expressing stand or arguments which may be helpful in persuading others to move or act and even change their thoughts. You are expected to identify the different types and ways in writing conditionals, create dialogues in expressing arguments, and use conditionals in expressing arguments. Let us have learning task 1. Share your thoughts by filling each box with your personal responses. You go to your Google Classroom and look for the Google Form link for you to accomplish this task. The first box we have, when my friends feel happy about me, I ellipsis. So how do you feel whenever your friends feel happy about you? I appreciate their happiness for me. If my family lived in a field, I I would I would plant many vegetables. If I ever see you again, I I tell you everything. Could it be? If ever I see you again, I tell you everything that I was not able to tell you. If I go to my favorite place, I will take many pictures. If I had the chance to meet my favorite superstar, I would have I would have taken pictures with him. If I only had lots of money, I would have distributed them. Okay, so if you notice, as we go on with learning task 1, we're very particular with the tenses of the verbs in the conditional clauses. And also, we are also particular with the verbs that we use in the main clauses. As we go on with the lesson, the more you will learn about what I am referring to. Let us have learning task 2. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Write the letters in your Google Form link. Number 1. If Lita Blank caught by quarantine officers, she can't go home until they release her. So look at the given sentence. You have there if Lita Blank caught by quarantine officers, comma, separated from she can't go home until they release her. Why is it separated? Because that is an if clause. And whenever the if clause appears first before the main clause, it should be separated by a comma from it. So we have the a subordinate clause and a main clause. Which is the subordinate clause? If Lita Blank caught by quarantine officers, that is the if clause or the conditional clause. Then the she can't go home until they release her is the main clause. Whenever we say main clause, it has its own subject and predicate, and it expresses complete thought and it can stand alone. Unlike the subordinate clause, it can be called if clause or conditional clause, wherein it cannot stand alone because it doesn't express a complete thought. But here, it expresses the condition. So if Lita blank caught by quarantine officers, what will happen? She can't go home until they release her. So, what is the needed verb in the given sentence? Is it A gets, B got, C will get? So, what is the tense of the verb in the main clause? If the tense of the verb in the main clause is in the simple present tense, then the tense of the verb in the if clause or conditional clause should be in the present tense also. So, our answer will be letter A, gets. Okay? If Lita gets caught by quarantine officers, she can't go home until they release her. So let us have number 2. I'll send the report to my supervisor as soon as I blank the notice. I will send the report to my supervisor as soon as I blank the notice. So which is the main clause? I'll send the report to my supervisor. Then the subordinate clause or the conditional clause. As soon as I blank the notice, is it receive? A, B will receive, C receive. So the correct answer is what? Receive, letter A. Because what? The condition there is what? Possible to happen that the report can be what? Can be received. Is it? That the notice can be received. So I will send the report to my supervisor. I'll send the report to my supervisor as soon as I received the notice. Okay, so it's letter A. Number three, I blank a heartburn if I continue drinking coffee and eating spicy foods. So what is the needed verb there? So let us again study the structure of the given sentence, which is the main clause. I blank a heartburn. Then the conditional clause. If I continue drinking and eating spicy foods. So that is in the present tense, is it? Yes, it's in the simple present tense. So we will be using what? A simple present tense also in the main clause. So I get a heartburn if I continue drinking coffee and eating spicy foods. Okay, and that is what? That is a habit, habitual action. Okay, so again, the answer there will be letter A. I get a heartburn if I continue drinking coffee and eating spicy foods. So again, dealing with conditional sentences or conditional clauses, remember that what? A conditional sentence has two parts. You have there the main clause and the conditional clause, the if clause as they call it. Okay? So let's proceed. Let us have number four. You don't have to bring your books as long as blank the ebook versions. So again, you have there the main clause. You don't have to bring your books. Then the subordinate clause as long as blank the ebook versions. So what is the answer? Is it A, you have, B, you had, C, you'll have? So what is the tense of the verb in the main clause? You have there the don't have. So that is what? That is in the present tense. So therefore, in the conditional clause, it should be also in the present tense. So we are going to have letter A, you have. You don't have to bring your books as long as you have the ebook versions. Number five, when I leave my house, I always blank my mom to feed my pet dog Choo Choo. So you have there the condition when I leave my house, then the consequence, I always blank my mom to feed my pet dog Choo Choo. So we also call it consequence, the main clause. So what's the consequence of the condition? Condition stated in the conditional clause. So okay, so the tense of the verb here is simple present tense, live. So in the main clause, it should also be in the simple present tense, ask, letter C. And why it should be in the simple present tense? Because it is a habit, okay? It is a habitual action. So the sentence will be, when I leave my house, I always ask my mom to feed my pet dog Choo Choo because it will happen again in the future, okay? Then number six, if I blank the issue to the manager, she will find ways in solving it. So what will be the answer? It would be, if I presented the issue to the manager, she'll find ways in solving it. So the answer would be presented. Okay? So I presented because in the main clause, you have there the she would find ways in solving it. Okay? So you have there the future tense. Okay, future tense. Then, of course, in the if clause or conditional clause, we'll have presented. Okay? The simple past tense. So if I presented the issue to the manager, she would find ways in solving it. Okay? If I presented, okay? So it's not if I present the issue. Okay? So it's presented for number six. Number seven, I'll send it to you as soon as blank home. So the correct answer is letter C. I'll send it to you as soon as I get home. So I'll send it to you. That is what? The main clause in the future tense. Then as soon as I get home, yes. So whenever the tense of the verb in the main clause is in the future tense, the tense of the verb in the conditional clause should be in the simple present tense. Okay? Then there's a possibility for it to happen. So later on, as we go on discussing the conditional clauses and what are they, then you will probably understand what I am referring to or why we arrive on those answers. Okay? The number eight, I blank my pet to the bed if I had time. So you have there the conditional clause, if I had time, which is in the past tense. So if it's in the past tense, the tense of the verb in the condition, then in the conditional clause, then the tense of the verb in the main clause should be in the what? Should be what? The would take, okay? So the I would take my pet to the vet if I had time. So you have the would take for conviction, okay? For conviction purposes. The number nine, if I blank Clint, I'd go back to my parents and ask for their forgiveness. So you have the conditional clause, if I blank Clint, okay, so that the verb there na is needed to be filled. So let's for us to choose the correct form of the verb, let's go to the main clause. I'd go back to my parents and ask for their forgiveness. So the tense of the verb is what? The I'd go, would go. Is it the would go? Would go back to my parents, would go. So if that is in the would go there, then the tense of the verb should be also in the past tense, simple past tense, were. And why were? Because that person could never become Clint. So it would be if I were Clint, I'd go back to my parents and ask for their forgiveness. For that boy will never become Clint. Okay, let's continue. Let's have number 10. If I thought of what you feel, I blank considered your proposal. So what is the tense of the verb in the conditional clause? Thought. What is the verb? Thought. What is the tense of it? Simple past tense. Now, if the tense of the verb in the conditional clause is in the simple past tense, then automatically in the main clause, we will be using the what? The would have considered. Okay, so it will be letter C. Later on, as I explain to you the four types of conditional clauses, you will understand why it is would have. So again, in the main clause, it will be I would have considered your proposal because the tense of the verb in the conditional clause is in the simple past tense. 11. Ethan and Joy will be late for their flight if they blank. Is it don't move fast? Is it didn't move fast? Or won't move fast? So what is the tense of the verb in the main clause? Will be late. So will be. It is in the simple future tense. So therefore, the tense of the verb in the conditional clause will be in the simple past tense. So it will be letter B, didn't move fast. The number 12. If I didn't need this diploma, blank less. If I didn't need this diploma, I'd study less. So it's letter B. Okay? The I would study less. Okay? The number 13. If I blank what I want, I won't possibly be here tonight. If I will insist, is it if I will insist, or is it if I insisted? So if I insisted what I want, I won't possibly be here tonight. So since we have the simple future tense in the main clause, the won't possibly, then in the if clause or in the conditional clause, it should be in the simple past tense. So we have insisted. Number 14. If I don't express my opinion, I blank not saying it for our own improvement. If I don't express my opinion, so it's in the what? It's in the simple future tense, is it? If I don't express my opinion, I I what? I will regret not saying it for our own improvement. So we will have I will regret, okay? Because the action will just take place, is it? I will regret not saying it for our improvement. So it's letter C. So later on, we'll go back to it. I'll explain it to you once more, okay? The number 15, what would you get? What would you get if you blank to her? So what would you get? That's the main clause. If you blank to her. So the answer is again proposed because you have the simple future tense, then we will have the simple past tense in the conditional clause. Okay, so let's proceed. That would be all for learning task 2. Let's have learning task 3. Answer the following questions in your Google form link. So what are conditionals? What makes up a conditional sentence? How do these types of conditionals differ from one another in terms of its use? Why is understanding conditionals important in making meaningful sentences? And what is the importance of conditionals in argumentation? So you accomplish the learning task 3 in your Google form link. Let us officially define what are conditionals. Conditionals are statements expressing the result of a particular condition. If clause and when clause present the condition while the main clause explains the results. Conditional statements may appear in both affirmative and negative structures. In a statement, conditionals may appear first before the main clause. If the main clause appears before conditional, the meaning of the sentence remains the same. So look at the examples. If you pray hard for it, you will receive it. If you pray hard for it is the if clause or conditional clause, while the you will receive it is the main clause. Again, for you to determine what tense of the verb is going to be used in the sentence, you have to figure out the tense of the verb in the main clause. You will receive it, will receive. And of course, the condition or the context of the sentence. If you pray hard for it, you will receive it. So you will be using what? You will be using simple present tense of the verb also in the if clause because the context or the context of the sentence is what is achievable. Okay, so later as we explain it, the zero condition. So what is that verb in the if clause? You have the pray. So simple present tense. While in the main clause, where you have the will receive in the simple future tense. So why is that so? Later we will explain it. You will find out. The number two, you will receive it if you pray hard for it. So it's possible to write it that way. Okay. So it's possible that your conditional statement is written that way, wherein you have the main clause first before the if clause or the conditional clause. While in the first example, you have the conditional clause first or the if clause first separated by a comma from the main clause. Okay? Then when you pray, God listens. So look at it. When you pray, God listens. So what is the main clause? God listens. What is the when conditional or the conditional clause? The when you pray. So what is the tense of the verb in the when you pray? It's also simple present tense. In the main clause, simple present tense because it expresses what? It expresses general truth. Okay? So general truth or your universal truth. So always in the present tense. Okay? Then God listens when you pray. So it's possible to write it that way. So again, conditionals are statements expressing the result of a particular condition. So if clause and when clause present the condition while the main clause explains the results. That's why the main clause is also called the what? The consequence. Okay? So let's go on. Let's have the types of conditionals. The first type is the so-called zero conditional. So what is zero conditional? It deals with habits and general truths such as laws. It is formed using this structure. So whenever we say zero conditional, again, we are talking about habits, habitual actions and general truths or universal truths, rules that are what? Laws that are known to everyone. Okay? So whenever we say general truths or universal truths, they are what? They are laws that are known to many. Okay? So how are we going to write or what will be the structure or what will be the form of a statement of a sentence in the zero conditional clause? So look at it. So you have there the if clause or when clause, then the tense of the verb is in the present. Okay, simple present. Simple present tense. Okay, then it presents simple condition. Then the main clause is also in the simple present tense. Okay, so again, whenever the statement or the sentence is in the zero conditional clause or zero conditional, Then, the tense of the verb in the if clause or conditional clause and main clause are both in the simple present tense. Why? Because they are habitual actions or general truths such as laws. Look at the example. When you pray, God listens. So that is what? A general truth. Many people do believe in it. That as they pray, then their creator God do listen. Is it? Their creator God na does listen. Is it? Okay. So look at the next example. If you place it in the fridge, the water freezes. If you place it in the fridge, the water freezes. So it is what? It is really like that. Okay, that when you put water in the fridge, then it will be freezed. Is it? It will be frozen rather. So what is the main clause there? The water freezes. Then the subordinate clause or the if clause or the conditional clause is what? If you place it in the fridge. So the tense of the verb is also in the present tense, place. Is it? So the tense of the verb also in the main clause is also simple present tense phrases. Next example, you have the road closes if it's already curfew time. So it's a law, is it? The road closes is the main clause, while if it is already curfew time is the if clause or conditional clause. Then look at it. What is the tense of the verb in the main clause? Clauses, simple present tense. Then in the subordinate clause or in the if clause, it's also in the simple present tense, is. Why? Why they what? The sentence expresses a habit that if it's already curfew time, the road closes. Okay? So again, that is the zero conditional that deals with habits and general truths. After discussing the zero conditional, now let's have the second type of conditionals. We have the first conditional. It is used in dealing with things that are possibly or likely to happen in the future. So if zero conditional talks about habit and general truths, this one, the condition that is stated in the if clause or when clause, tells about the possibility or likeness for the event to happen in the future. Okay? So though this type may be formed using unless, as soon as, or in case, its most common form uses this structure. So we can also use those words, those subordinate words to begin the subordinate clause or the condition for first conditional. We have the unless, as long as, and as soon as, or in case. But usually, the sentence using the first conditional uses the if clause and when clause, plus present simple tense of the verb. Again, you have the present simple tense of the verb in the conditional clause. Then in the main clause, you have the will plus infinitive condition. Okay? So the will plus infinitive condition in the main clause. Let us look at the examples. So if you don't pass the test, I'll hire a tutor for you. So you have there the condition if you don't pass the test. So it's in the simple present tense. Don't pass, is it? So simple present tense. Again, the condition is if you don't pass the test, then what will be the consequence? What will be the consequence? The main clause, I'll hire a tutor for you. So you have there the will hire. So in the simple future tense. Okay? So again, under first conditional, you are dealing with things that are possibly or likely to happen in the future because there's a possibility that the student will not pass the test. So what will happen if he or she will not pass the test, doesn't pass the test, then someone will hire a tutor for him or her. Okay? Then the next example, the students will get a scholarship if he passes the interview. Again, the consequence will be the student will get a scholarship. What's the condition? If he passes the interview. So in the subordinate clause or if clause or conditional clause, you have there the verb passes, simple present tense. Okay? But the condition is what? is the condition is likely to happen in the future. Okay, it's possible to happen in the future that the student will pass the interview. So if the student pass the interview, then he or she will get a scholarship. So in the main clause, you have the what? Simple future tense of the verb. The next example, when I am done with this, I'll get my car to fetch you. When I am done with this, I'll get my car to fetch you. So what is the condition? When I am done with this, then what will happen? I'll get my car to fetch you. So main clause, I'll get my car to fetch you. You have the will get. Then the tense of the verb in the when clause or conditional clause, am, simple present tense. But since it's likely to happen in the future, then you will be using the simple future tense of the verb in the simple future tense of the verb plus infinitive condition in the main clause. Okay, next example. I'll call your mom unless Jerome admits his fault. So you have there the main clause. I'll call your mom. Will call. Okay. Then the subordinate clause unless Jerome admits his fault. Okay. So be mindful that the conditional clause may also begin with other relative word or subordinate word, just like unless. Okay. So unless Jerome admits his fault is the subordinate clause or conditional clause. Okay. So unless Jerome admits his fault, then what will happen? Someone will call his mom. Okay? So, admits in the simple present tense. The next example, I'll stay in the company as long as they need my services. So, what is the main clause? I'll stay in the company. Then the conditional clause, as long as they need my services. So, the condition there is what? As long as they need my services. In the simple present tense, the verb need. So, in the main clause, it will be in the simple future tense will stay. Okay? The next, as soon as I receive my salary, I'll buy you a new phone. So what is the condition? As soon as I receive my salary. Then the verb receive, what's the tense? Simple present tense. Now, the main clause, you have there, I'll buy you a new phone. That will be the consequence when he or she received his or her salary. So the tense of the verb is in the simple future tense, will buy. Okay? Then the last example, in case Ara forgets her bag, I'll call her mom to get it. So what is the main clause? I'll call her mom to get it. That is the consequence in case Ara forgets her bag. So again, what is the verb in the subordinate clause or in the conditional clause? Forgets. What is the tense? Simple present tense. If the tense of the verb in the conditional clause is in the simple present tense and the condition expresses the possibility for it to happen in the future, that there's a chance for it to occur or to happen, then in the main clause, you will be using simple future tense of the verb. That's why you have there will call her mom to get it. Okay? So I hope that the first conditional is clear to all of you. So, first conditional is used in dealing with things that are possibly or likely to happen in the future, while the zero conditional is used to express habitual action and general truths. Then in the zero conditional, you have the simple present tense of the verb in the main clause, simple present tense of the verb in the subordinate clause or if clause or conditional clause. While in the first conditional, you have the simple future tense of the verb in the main clause, while you have what? Simple present tense of the verb in the subordinate clause, if clause, when clause, or conditional clause. But the condition states that there's a possibility for it to happen in the future. Okay, let's proceed. Let us have the third type of conditionals. So we have the second conditional. But before we proceed with second conditional, again, the zero conditional expresses general truths or habitual action. Again, zero conditionals expresses habitual actions or general truth. The tense of the verb in the main clause is simple present tense. The tense of the verb in the if clause, when clause, conditional clause, or subordinate clause is also in the simple present tense. Okay? While under the first conditional, it expresses what? It expresses possibility or likeness of things to occur in the future. Okay? So what is the tense of the verb in the main clause? Simple future tense. While the tense of the verb in the if clause, when clause, subordinate clause, or conditional clause is in the simple present tense. Again, the condition being presented in the if clause is a condition that is possible to happen in the future. Okay? Now, let us have the second conditional. What is second conditional? It is used in dealing with things impossible in the present and are unlikely to occur in the future. It is formed using this structure. If plus past simple, then if plus past simple tense. Okay? So you have there the simple past tense of the verb in the if clause or conditional clause. Then in the main clause, you will have there the would plus infinitive condition. Okay? Look at the examples. If I only pass the test, I would celebrate and party. If I only pass the test, I would celebrate and party. What is the main clause? What is the main clause? I would celebrate and party. What is the conditional clause? If I only pass the test. So if you're going to study the context of the condition in the if clause, it tells us that what? That it is impossible for the person to pass the test. Therefore, 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 what? He or she is just dreaming of celebrating and partying, is it? Okay. So, again, if I only pass the test, that is the condition, I would celebrate and party. So, what is the tense of the verb in the if clause? Past. That is in the that is in the simple past tense. Then the main clause, I would celebrate and party. So would celebrate is what? In the simple future tense. Okay, simple future tense. Then it's possible to omit the what? The infinitive to there, the to itself. Okay, so would celebrate will do. No? Then next sentence. I would buy a new phone if I receive a lot of money. I would buy a new phone if I receive a lot of money. So what is the condition? The condition is if I receive a lot of money. So it's possible that the person will not be receiving a lot of money. Okay? Then what will be the consequence if the person will receive a lot of money? He or she would buy a new phone. So that is the main clause. The main clause is I would buy a new phone. What is the tense? You have there the simple future tense would buy. Okay? Then in the if clause, you have the received simple past tense. Okay? So, still under second conditional. Then look at the third example. This is very famous because we have there the song If I Were a Boy by Beyonce. Is it by Beyonce? The If I Were a Boy. Yes. So, if I were a boy, that is the condition. Then the consequence, I would do everything to please my girl. But do you think she could do everything to please the girl? She couldn't because there's no possibility that she would become a boy. Okay? So the simple past tense of the verb in the condition in the if clause, then of course simple future tense of the verb in the main clause. So that's the third type of conditionals, the second conditionals, used in dealing with things impossible in the present and are unlikely to occur in the future. Okay, let's continue. Let us have the last type of conditional, the third conditional. But before we proceed on explaining it, let's have a quick review on what is zero conditional. Zero conditional expresses habitual action and general truths. Again, the main clause, the tense of the verb is simple present tense, and in the if clause or conditional clause, also in the simple present tense. The first conditional, it expresses the possibility for the event to occur in the future. So the tense of the verb in the main clause is simple future tense, while in the if clause, conditional clause is in the simple present tense. Then the second conditional, it expresses condition that is not possible to happen in the future. So the tense of the verb in the main clause is simple future tense, while the tense of the verb in the if clause, conditional clause, when clause is in the simple past tense. Okay? Now let's have the third conditionals. The third conditional, rather. It is used in dealing with things or change in past scenario. So yielding to different results, it is formed using this structure. So again, the third conditional is used in dealing with things or change in past scenario, yielding to different results. It is formed using this structure. So the condition, it is in the past perfect tense. Okay, again, the tense of the verb in the condition or in the if clause is in the past perfect tense, while in the main clause it is in the future perfect tense. That's why you have there the would have plus past participle. So I do believe that until now you are still aware of the past participle in the using the verb eat, ate, eaten, which is the past participle, it is eaten. Okay? So would have plus past participle of the verb. It is what? In the verb drive, drove, driven. Okay? Mm-hmm. In the baked. Okay? The past participle. So look at the example sentence. If she had performed it, Elena would have stayed in her post. If she had performed it, Elena would have stayed in her post. So look at the condition. If she had performed it, the verb is had performed. The tense is past perfect tense. Okay? If she had performed it, then the consequence, Elena would have stayed in her post. Would have stayed in her post is in the future perfect tense. Yes, wherein you have there the would have plus the past participle of the verb stay, which is stayed. Okay? Is used in dealing with things or change in past scenario. So if Elena had just performed, then she could have stayed in her position. Okay? So that's the third condition. Okay? So next example. Antonio would have been an engineer if he finished his studies. Okay? Antonio would have been an engineer if he had finished his studies. Okay? Past perfect. Actually, you have the past if he finished. So there should be what? The verb had. If he had finished his studies. So had finished past perfect tense. Then in the main clause would have been. Would have been. So been is the past participle of is it? The the is are, then was were, then been. Okay? Is are present form. Past form is was were. Past participle been. So would have been. So Antonio would have been an engineer. So again, dealing with things or change in past scenario. So the scenario could have been changed if he finished his studies, but he didn't. Okay? So that's the second example. The third one. They would have not missed the flight if they only arrived on time. If they only had arrived on time. Okay? It should be had arrived so that it will be past perfect. Okay? Because past perfect tense requires the verb had. Okay? To indicate that it is in the perfect tenses. So, again, the condition there is what? If they only arrived on time, then what would be the consequence? They would have not missed the flight. Okay? So would have missed is the future perfect tense containing the past participle missed. Then had arrived is the past perfect tense. So that is in the third conditional. Again, third conditional is used in dealing with things or change in past scenario. How to structure it? In the main clause, would have plus past participle of the verb. Then in the conditional clause or if clause, you have the if plus past perfect tense of the verb. Let's proceed. After learning what are conditionals and what are the types of conditionals, the question now is why do we study conditionals? So conditionals can be used in expressing stand or arguments. So if you have there a certain stand or an argument, then it will be best to present also conditions that will enlighten the one whom you're talking to on what could be the possibilities. Is it? It's the same with what? If if I had studied, if students had studied their lessons, they would have passed the exams. Is it? Now, it's very important for the students to what? To study the lessons. So it's kind of the same. Na? If you will be in an argument, then you will be using conditional statements. Then the more your statements will have weight in them for you are presenting conditions that might happen, okay, possibilities. You're what, presenting scenario, okay. So also expressing arguments is helpful in presenting one's reasoning to change one's point of view in a particular topic or issue. Then conditionals may be helpful in persuading others to move or act and even change their thoughts. For example, if if you would, is it would, if, for example, if you pass, if you pass the exam, if you pass the exam, I will, I will add money in your allowance. I will add your allowance. Okay, so that's a good example of helping yourself on persuading others not to move or act according to what you want that person to do. That's the good thing about conditionals. Okay, let's proceed. Learning task 4. Read the conversation below. Answer in your Google form the questions that follow. Lilia and Wilma are friends. They are both busy doing some school stuff. But last Saturday, they met in a coffee shop. Next Tuesday is holiday. What are you going to do then? Lilia asked. I have a project to finish for my English class. But if I finish it by Monday night, I will be free to go somewhere the next day, Wilma said. That sounds great, Lilia replied. I think my favorite band is coming to City Plaza this coming Tuesday. If only I had saved a little money from my last allowance, I would have bought a ticket, she added. Well, if I won the lottery, I would buy tickets for us, Wilma laughed. Maybe we can just accept Gia's invitation for her birthday party, she suggested. All right, if my mom and I finish the chores in the morning, I can go with you to Gia's party, Lilia said. That sounds great. Just let me know what time I can fetch you from your house, Wilma agreed. Okay, then, thanks, Lilia affirmed. Okay, accomplish the following questions in your Google Form link. So, what does Wilma plan to do on Tuesday? Why is Lilia regretful? What might Wilma do if she had won the lottery? What do you think is the reason why Wilma laughed when she said it? So, how sure is Lilia that she can go with Wilma on Tuesday? So, have your answers in the Google Form link. Learning Task 5. The dialogue uses conditional sentences. Use the given pattern and complete it by supplying the appropriate conditionals. So write your answers in the Google Form link. So Kenny, if I were the mayor, I would assess the effect of the pandemic. So you have the if I were the mayor, so past tense, simple past tense of the verb, were, and you have the simple future tense of the verb in the main clause would assess. Okay? Then if I assess its effect, I will plan how to respond on it. So assess, simple present tense in the if statement or condition. Then you have the simple future tense in the main clause will plan. Next, if I plan our response, I will call for more budget. Plan, simple present tense in the if clause or conditional clause. Then we'll call simple future tense. Okay, but because there's possibility for it to happen. Okay, unlike the if I were the mayor, I would assess. So there's no possibility for Kenny to do it because he's not the mayor. So then the last one, Roger, if I call for more budget, I will have more resources. Okay? So if I had called, it should be if I had called for more budget, I will have more I will have gathered more resources. Is it? It should be like that, na? Or it's possible that what you have here, if I call, simple present tense of the verb call, then of course, then simple future tense of the verb will have. Okay? So accomplish this in your Google form link. Learning task 6. If you were a senator, what five possible measures or bills would you propose? Complete the table below by stating these measures or bills and explaining the needs of passing them. So you write your answers in the Google form link. So look at the table. You have your two tables. You have your table, then column 1 and column 2, proposed measure bills. If I were a senator, importance of passing them. So again, accomplish it in your Google form link. We are now on learning task 7. Read and analyze the excerpted lines taken from Martin Luther King's speech, I Have a Dream. The whole text may be accessed at the given link. Copy and answer the following in your Google Form link. Actually, you deal with this in your Google Form link. We are now on learning task 9. Read, sing, and study the song below entitled Black Away by RCT feat. Adam Levine. So you deal with it in your Google Form link and you do the following. Identify statements expressing conditions by highlighting them. Classify each conditional as to zero, first, second, or third conditional, and explain in 4 to 5 sentences the meaning that the song portrays. Learning task 10. In your Google Form link, write your own lyrics in English using the music rhythm of your favorite song. The lyrics should contain conditionals and focus on any of the following topics: COVID-19 crisis in the Philippines, unemployment and underemployment, poverty, current education situation, and anti-terror law. Learning task 11. Choose one of the situations below. Create bubble strip or comic strip in the space provided to explain what you would say if given the chance to confront the persons who were caught doing any of the wrong deeds below. A classmate who was bullying a new student, your younger brother sister who was caught stealing coins from your mom's purse, a group of boys having a fist fight along the street, an angry old man hitting a street dog with a bamboo stick, and or a friend who was scolded by your teacher for cheating during the exam. You write your answers in the Google form link. Thank you. Good day and God bless us all. May you find happiness and enjoyment as you proceed in answering the learning task in your Google form link.